Good morning. It's the opening day of the 2024-2025 trapping season. I'm coming in this morning right at first light. I'll be putting out probably a mixed line, mostly for nutria. I'm gonna tear this swamp apart and see how much stuff I can get caught. Going with nutria first to check. Give the other leather a little bit more time to prime up, but should be a great day. It's supposed to be mostly cloudy, no rain, just a slight chance of rain. But I did get me some new waders. These are from a company called iWader. They're a stocking foot wader with the wader boot, breathable. And I will be taking a better look at them as they get broke in. It's first time using them, second time putting them on, but they are as flexible and forgiving as a pair of sweats. And they were custom made in my size. So let it get a little bit more daylight and I'll shove off and we'll get this party started. First set of the season going in. And these nutria got these pads. They're climbing up in here, sitting on these bushes during the daytime. And taking a little bit of the Tom's nutria lure number 2. Staked it off on this EMT tubing with about a 7-foot extension cable. They'll be out here. Maybe they'll get tangled up in the lily pads and drown, but a lot of these will still be alive. And I chose these. These are some cheap little Chinese made trap just to use for nutria trapping. But look at the size of the pan. It's about like a 220 conibear, but it's 4 coiled, and they're pretty stout to be. I don't expect them to last a long time, but I chose these to use for nutria. And it's public access here, so if they steal them, they got some Chinese made stuff. I'm gonna get all the sets I can put in today for nutria rats. First set is on the books. Getting another one of these little sitting pads set up for the nutria. Got the EMT tubing beat down through the roots right here. About 7 foot of 1/8 inch cable, extension cable hooked to the chain. Got a Duke 1.5 set right there where they're coming up and setting for the day. I'm using 2 lures on today's set. Using a little bit of this Ulti-Mag Cherry from Cots Brothers, and using it to help attract the nutria to my set locations. But these are already feeder pads they're coming up and setting on. Set number 2 is good to go. I'm getting another one of these sets made on these little feeder pads. They got trails where they come up and sit here for the day. It's kind of like a place just to hang out. I've taken a little bit of the Tom's nutria number 2, put it right up here to get their attention. And whether they're coming up or going down, they'll cross that Fleming 1.5. Anchored off to that EMT tubing and about 7 foot of 1/8 cable. I'm gonna set every pad I can find to catch these nutria. I found a little market for them. I'm gonna try to catch as many as I can quickly. Getting another one of these little pads. They got a trail where they're coming up and going over it and sitting here. But I mean, it's a lily pad swamp out in the middle of nowhere. I've seen several nutria already. And as they're traveling through here, they're in and out, up and down, over all these little grass clumps. And taking a little bit of the cherry bomb, or what I call it. That's the Ulti-Mag Cherry. A few drops of that back in here on the little island to get their attention. And I'm hoping for quite a few catches tomorrow. Got it anchored to the tubing. putting out the eighth, it's about 7 foot of 1/8 inch cable. They'll be all tangled up and everything tomorrow, but they'll be alive. They'll be just hanging out here. So I'll get this one finished and keep moving. Found another one of these trails that terminate. You can see it coming right through there, going out through there. A lot of these are nutria doing this because, I mean, it is a lily pad swamp. And they'll just run all these trails during the daytime. Nutria are pretty active all day. They'll be in and out, up and down, climbing around, just hanging out for the day, running all these trails, and just setting that one in the trail. They're stupid. I mean, you don't have to cover a trap. They're going to step on it anyway. There's so much junk in here that's been thrown off bridges and floating around. It just looks like junk to them, so they'll climb all over it. Got that set done, off to the next one. Here's one of them sitting pads that they do. And all I can say is this one right here sit here a little too long. I'm on the board. A freebie. But that's a big one. I mean, it's like a muskrat the size of an otter. So I'm gonna put me a trap set. I'm gonna put me a trap set right up in here and catch some more as they come up here and sit. But I come right by him and he was sitting there, so hey, big nutria for the first shed. I'll get this set made and keep moving. I'm gonna thin out the nutria before I come back in here after the beaver. But that's what I'm attempting to do. But you gotta love it when you see castor mounds like that. That's over knee high. I can see the claw marks and stuff in it, fresh mud and grass pulled up on it. And they have a path right to it. I'm starting to see a bunch of these popping up. It's gonna be a good season, I think. Not as much sign as there has been in previous years, but I did remove quite a few. But I am gonna thin the nutria down as I get in here. They're topping off some of these castor mounds. Hopefully you can see it, but all the tracks, big beaver tracks going up through there. I'm gonna thin out some of the nutria so they're not plugging up my big steel when I come in here to see it. But there's fresh active castor mounds all over the place. I don't look like as much sign as there has been in the past, but so far we're still in a drought. A lot of them may not have come back out of their little beaver ponds way back in the woods yet, but we get some rains, they'll be moving around. But that castor mound right there, from the water levels, probably 3 feet tall. I'll keep moving. Getting this little sitting pad set. I just run 2 big nutrias off out of here. So let them jump up here again. I'm gonna move on down to the next one. Getting one set up here on this pad, and I ain't but about 15-20 feet from where I just jumped those 2. There was nutria poop all over these pads. So come back and do it again. I'm gonna keep moving down. Setting some more of these little crawl out feed pads, and put a little bit of that what is that, Ultra Mag Cherry. I'm gonna redo this anchor a little bit, get it a little stronger than what it is. But look at the pan size on that trap. Hopefully that'll catch. You can see these little bitty baby nutria. Hopefully you can see them. There's 2 of them right there. But the float's not that big. Oh, there's 3. We're gonna move or what? I see you. I went to 3 of them. That's what they do, is get up here on these little pads around these trees.